Greetings everyone, welcome to Secondary Weekly, where I try to highlight some news stories from the previous week that you may have missed or flew under the radar. If you're interested, all sources and other information will be listed in the description. First, the major headlines as bullet points. A new elections law in Georgia has sparked backlash and lawsuits, as arguments have centered around the need for improved electoral systems versus claims of voter discrimination. The trial of former police officer Derek Chauvin has gotten underway, with the prosecutors arguing that Chauvin killed George Floyd with unnecessary force, and the defense arguing that Floyd died due to drug use and heart issues. Amazon workers in Bessemer, Alabama, voted against becoming the first of the company's workers to join a retail union in the United States. Concerns have again been raised with AstraZeneca's vaccine and issues with blood clotting. In the US, 20% of the population has been fully vaccinated, with an average of 3 million people per day receiving a shot. In the stock market, the S&P 500, NASDAQ Composite, and Dow Jones all ended the week up around 1%. Now, onto this week's stories. After battling raging wildfires in 2020, Australia is now facing a surging infestation of mice. Mice are blanketing the ground and are making their way into houses, including beds, dressers, and fridges. The mice have eaten or contaminated a significant amount of crops in the region. Causes for the plague, which can occur every 5 to 10 years, but rarely at this scale, include more hospitable weather, increased crop yield, and the fact that female mice can give birth to 10 offspring every 20 days. Indonesia was struck by a powerful cyclone on Easter Sunday. The poorest and least developed regions of the island nation were hit hardest, with reports of 163 people killed as of April 9th. Due to the underdeveloped infrastructure in many regions of the country, some areas were not notified of the oncoming storm until it was upon them, leaving no time to evacuate. Officials and citizens alike hope the disaster can serve as an opportunity to improve systems of communication throughout the country. New intelligence is showing that the Islamic State has been forging inroads into Africa. Colin Clark, a counterterrorism analyst, has said that, to improve morale among its supporters, ISIS leadership is seeking to elevate regional branches showing the most promise. After attacks in Mozambique, online forums run by the group have discussed attempting to establish a caliphate on the continent. Americans warn that even though leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi was killed and most land was lost in 2019, up to 10,000 underground fighters remain in Iraq and Syria, with more than $100 million in funding for intercontinental operations. Scientists at the Fermi National Accelerator Lab in Indiana are studying particles that challenge the known laws of physics. The studies revolve around muons, which are similar to electrons but heavier. Results of shooting muons through intense magnetic fields suggest that there are unknown forms of matter and energy which could be crucial to the understanding of the cosmos. The scientists at the lab report that the chances of the measurements being a fluke is 1 in 40,000, but this is still short of the standard for confirming a discovery. Now I will wrap up with Highly Curious. Earlier this week, workers in Florida's Manatee County were desperately trying to avoid a collapse of a wastewater reservoir that began leaking in March. A serious breach could release 340 million gallons of water in a wave up to 20 feet high. Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic unveiled its newest spaceship on Tuesday, clad in a mirror finish that is meant to blend in with surroundings, increase thermal control, and cut down on price. The robot Sophia, famous for its lifelike skin, eyes, and ability to walk and speak, recently created a digital piece of art. The non-fungible token was then sold for a cool $688,000 to an anonymous bidder. Architecture firm Abibu has released a design draft for the Mars Society that would be the first self-sufficient city on the Red Planet. The complex could house 250,000 people and would be constructed into the side of a cliff. Finally, for the video of the week, check out this one by Bloomberg Quicktake about how mRNA technology used in the Pfizer and Moderna vaccine could help fight cancer. And that's going to do it for this week. If you guys enjoyed the video, it would be awesome if you could like and subscribe. It really helps me build the channel. And of course, make sure to have a great week.